Hey, welcome back to Urban Child Development with your host, the Gambinos. This week we'll be talking about how to have that race talk with your child if you had that race talk with your child. This week, Tremaine will be doing the questions. Go ahead, Tremaine, you take over.
All right. Yeah, some of the topic came up from that last conversation we had last podcast when we talked about, I guess, some of the red tape and stuff Black people had to go through.
Yeah.
But now just thinking about it, I know when I was growing up, we ain't never had no race talk. But I know, but it's been plenty scenarios where I found out I was Black, and so I guess the question is, so now that we have seen like how the world has been changing, like we knew about slavery and stuff, but now we seeing shit like in broad daylight how Black people are being treated and stuff. Like, have y'all had those conversations with your kids about what it is to be a Black man or a Black woman in this world?
I have. I know absolutely. I have those conversations with my children on a constant week to week basis. Um, I usually try to take the movie approach to make it a little less more formal, more and less, more not like it's a conversation where it's more like a conversation less than a dad coming at you about another topic. So we'll watch something based on that subject and then we'll just talk about it afterwards. And then I'll explain to them, that really does happen in life. And these are certain scenarios on how that happens and to look out for those scenarios. And the fact that you got to work a little bit harder and put your foot a little bit forward because you are that skin tone is something that I have no choice but to preach in here. I have no choice. Unfortunately, I have no choice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what about y'all?
I'll go ahead and go. I think Derek mute. My situation is different. I'm a Marine Corps brat, so I never looked at racism like that because I always grew up with the Mexicans and different nationalities. Because when you, in the military, everybody's nationality comes together. I don't look at it like that until I came to the South, and I'm like, man, like, yeah, this don't feel right. And they see me with one of my Caucasian friends, like, yo, what you with that dude for? I'm like, wait, hold up. I don't even do that type of stuff. But then you start seeing when your family is raised in the South, then you have to understand them. Not saying it's right, but you got to understand my side and their side. And they didn't understand my side till after like maybe 2 years later. And when I explained to them, I said, you guys have to see it in order to believe it. So over time, it got better. They apologized to me, family and friends, and it went from there. But like my son, now that he goes to the daycare when he was younger, but it got different nationalities. So he really didn't have to deal with how it was in the South, because this is in Maryland. Everybody comes together. So I mean, I talked to him about it, but he's 7. He really don't look at it like that until he becomes older. Hopefully he doesn't have to worry about that. But so for right now, I ain't gonna say blinded, but he doesn't look at it like that for right now. But my situation, it was totally different being a military brat or Marine Corps brat up until I got older. That's my story.
Mine, like my oldest daughter, right? She didn't see nothing. She went to Rosewood High School, like North Carolina, with Goldsboro. That's like most of everybody is white in that school.
Mm-hmm.
So she had all white friends. I used to tell her, hey baby, nothing wrong with having white friends, but you need to get you a Black friend. You know what I'm saying? You'll figure out later in life you got more in common with this Black child than you do that white child, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it took some time. I'm like, yo, I was talking to my wife. I'm like, yo, she need to get a Black friend. We were like, she would not do it. Then she finally got one, right? And I used to tell her friends are like, I want to come stay with your white friend. Can we spend the night? We used to be like, yeah, she can spend the night. I used to look at my wife. Their parents ain't gonna let them spend the night.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let them spend the night.
Nah.
Yeah. Every time I say, hey, where your friend at? Oh, her mom said she just bring over here in the morning, early in the morning, or later in the evening. I like, see, she got that Black friend. She want to spend the night. That night her friend was over there. Spend the night. You know what I'm saying?
Eating your food.
I would never want to install in my child, hey, don't like this person because of the color of their skin, though. You know what I'm
Absolutely not.
saying? We were trying to tell her, but you need to get you a black friend. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she started getting, like, her senior year, she started getting like more and more black friends. You know what I'm saying? But she still had a white friend. They still came up. I said, see, I felt better. You know what I'm saying? Because when I grew up in a project, the hood. Like my daughter, none of my kids had to see none of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is like there's no need for nothing.
Yeah.
No need for nothing. Everything is just so easy for them to go. I'm like, man, it wasn't like that for me, man.
So I had both aspects.
Yeah, when we went to school in the 8th grade, we had white people. When we got to the high school, like they
all
was gone.
left.
They was gone.
They like disappeared.
That was cool too. Like that was cool. We all got along. Like it was never like, all right, black people fighting white people. No, we got along. When we got to the 9th grade, I'm like, yo, what happened to Casey? Whatever they name, I can't remember their name now. Like they was gone. Like I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I was. I think we might have been like 50-50 in middle school. Go to high school, 95. Probably like 5 or 10 white people in there.
I didn't get to y'all to high school, so it was a little different for me. I had both aspects. So I grew up in the projects, and then my mother married a Marine, so then I moved around. So once I started moving around, then I started seeing shit different.
Yeah.
So I'm coming from the hood, going into, it seemed like it was little Mexico, because we moved to Arizona, and I'm like, what the fuck going on? It's different from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still wearing Timbs and shorts. They looking at me like I'm retarded. And that's not what you wear out there. And then I come back to North Carolina and I'm different. Because now I've been out there. Now I've been out influenced by the West. So now I'm out on Dickies and Chucks. And my homies in North Carolina looking at me like, yo, we don't wear that here. What the
fuck? We don't wear that here.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
In the South though, because like I ain't never lived nowhere outside North Carolina, so I don't know like with the race and all that stuff. But I know it's like important that we have to have people that look like us to have those relationships and stuff.
Absolutely.
And then we talk about like money and stuff. How access to different things, and this is different. Now it's different, I guess, for us. Cause I guess it was different when our parents raised us, and we made things different for our children now. But it's still damn. But then still like with George Floyd and just everybody, people get murdered by the police, and still having to have that talk. Do you trust the police? Do you not trust the police? Or what do you like? How do you interact with the police when they went wrong, and you just there by yourself though? You a citizen.
Yeah.
I tell my kids, make it home.
It's crazy.
I said, I
told my daughter, hey, if you get pulled over, call me or your mom. Put that on speakerphone. I want to hear everything.
Put on video.
I want to hear everything.
Put that thing right on video.
Yeah. Like now my daughter go to Carolina, man. It's crazy, man. My daughter got so many scholarship offers, man. But like Central and stuff was sending her scholarship offers. She was just throwing them in the trash can. I'm like, yo, you don't want to look at it at all?
Serious?
She like, no. Yes, she was like, no, I don't want to look. I want to go to Carolina. I'm waiting for Carolina to send me one. I'm like,
man, it's hard to get them things, man.
She went to North Carolina to send one, and she got that, man. She was happy as I don't know. I'm like, dang. I'm like,
how your pockets feel?
You don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you don't want to go. Never got like the black experience. Like we did in Goldsboro, you know what I'm saying? She'll tell you she went to Rosewood. So now she went to Rosewood, now she going to Carolina. So like when I go there, see like, hey, where the black people? You know, but her roommates and stuff is black though. So hopefully they get along. But man, she's never had like the black experience though.
That's cool.
For my kids.
Like because even black people still are prejudiced against like different shades of different black people.
Yeah, light skin.
Yes, sir. You know they joke about it a lot, but some people really feel like that.
Really feel like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people really feel like that.
Yeah.
But
especially keep bringing it up.
My middle child, man,
Rosewood.
I think my middle child gonna be an activist or something, man, because she be deep in it, man. She be deep in it. I'm like, man, you ain't going through no struggle or nothing either. You know what I'm saying? but, like, she look at it, dude, man. She deep in it though, man. I'm like, damn, she be talking. I'm like, oh,
Have you
let
had
her see a Trump flag or something. Like, you know how people still got their Trump stuff up.
Yeah.
She be like, look at that. Why you still got that flag? Well, I'm like, baby, hey, let them. They gonna do what they gonna do, baby. Don't get too upset. They gonna do what they gonna do.
Yeah,
Have
you're
you had that
lying.
police talk with your
Don't worry
kids?
about themselves. As long as they don't bother you, you good. She like, all right. She like, I'm telling you.
You had that police talk with your kid?
Nah, they know. It's like they see it. They see it. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, I'm different than what I was. Now I was a hothead. You know what I'm saying? I'm way different than what I was, man.
Experience.
You know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm way different than what I was. Probably because of the military. So I know they calm me down too, because you know they don't be playing like that. But
Regulations.
yeah. But I ain't really but I think they see it though.
I've had that police talk with my kids. I've always told them, you know what I mean, just like anything, you're gonna have some bad people in any organization.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, depending on what organization you in, sometimes you back the motherfuckers that's bad, even if you know they're bad.
And hiding it real good too.
What I need you two to do is come home.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have to humiliate yourself. You may have to take some words that you would normally not take from anyone else on the face of the earth, but you may have to eat it just so you can come home. But I need you to come home.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I've had. That's the only thing I've had. That's the only type of conversation I've had with them. But
Man,
it's unfortunate that you have to have that, but I've had to have it.
Y'all think white people having conversations? People from different races having to have that conversation with their kids?
I don't think it's about race, but I think it's about different things. Like, I think it's about their perceptions of whatever, you know, the world is.
Yeah.
I think because how the young kids, how they don't like black people if their parents didn't tell them that. You know what I'm saying? If their parents didn't tell them, hey, don't like him because it's his skin color. Why they don't like us? Just like you see like a little black child and a little white child playing together, like no words in the world. You know what I'm saying? But that same white child, he get up another like 6 or 7, 8 years old. They like, man, they don't play together no more. He don't like him no more. That's because their parents said something. You know, so I think they talk about it. I think they talk about it.
This is the first year where they have declined and they are now the minority and they know it.
Yeah. I saw that this week.
Oh yeah, this is the first year that they are now the minority and they know it.
They had put that. I think I was in Iraq 2010, and it was saying that whites will be the minority in the next couple of years because so many people are coming together, so many mixed kids. There will be no
that's the most populous race is a mixed child.
Yeah, I like it too, man.
I got a couple of nieces and nephews mixed.
Huh?
I got a couple of nieces and nephews mixed.
Yeah, it shows diversity though, because it shows like people coming together too.
But I think it could be diversity. Also, could be part of that mass incarceration where they accept black man quick is 9 times out of 10 gonna be arrested than somebody else, and ain't nobody. You ain't got nobody else to breathe with, but what's out there. So
it's crazy because I'm in my 40s, and you would think in your 40s you wouldn't have to worry about police, and that would be something that's far from your mind, which is retarded. But it's not. I got a homeboy that was a sergeant major, and now he is now incarcerated in Fort Leavenworth, and don't get out to September on some BS. But hey, the game is the game. You understand what it is?
Yeah, man. I be like that too, man. When I be driving, man, it's crazy. I be driving, doing everything right. I still be scared, yo. They get behind my back. Please don't pull me, man.
And my PTSD, I had to go.
I be scared. I just be like, I be nervous. I know that. I'm like, man, please don't. I don't want them to pull me.
I had to go to Atlanta for a deaf in the family for my wife. I was nervous the entire drive, bro. I know I ain't had nothing on me. I know I ain't done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I know I ain't got no warrants. I know I ain't did nothing, but I know I'm fucking black, and I know I dress urban, and I know I'm in a decent vehicle, and that shit just makes me nervous.
Oh yeah. That vehicle make a difference too.
Neighborhood too. The neighborhood you in make a difference.
Yeah.
What you driving, what the neighborhood you in.
Absolutely.
That's why I would tell you, when I go to Goldsboro, I don't be on that part of town because I don't want them to try to pull me for nothing.
No BS. Yeah.
If they got to go that way, I don't go that way. I don't be in that area. Nope.
Look, hey, you driving the tent too dark. Hey, I need you to put your window down. Oh, here we go again, right there.
Here we go with the bullshit.
You be a whole nother state with a whole nother license plate. If you're on the West Coast, you got an East Coast white license plate. Like, what you talking about, man? I'm not in jurisdiction. What you got my thing down for? It's crazy, man. They do anything nitpicking.
I hate racism, man. I hate that though, man. I hate we gotta feel this way. I hate we gotta worry about our kids when they be driving or at school. You know what I'm saying? At school, my daughter, she said, "Hey," I got mad. I was driving. She said, "Hey, today at school, this white boy called me a nigger." I was like, "What?" I said, "What you say?" She said, "Oh, I just call him dickless." What? He said everybody started laughing. She said everybody laughing. And he walked away. She said I hurt his feelings with that. I was like, okay. I got pissed at her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh?
Hey, Derek.
You know, so
Derek. You know your daughter.
I said, how the hell she get that from?
You know your daughter Barnes.
I know, right?
Right.
I told her she to get her jigging skills up though. She gotta get them jigging skills up. I told her that. I said, we just roast every day on somebody.
Every day, bro.
We roasted somebody or we get roasted on. So you gotta, you gotta be good.
You roast them so bad to start fighting you. So you know you didn't got to. You didn't did your job.
Yeah. Yeah, but
go back to like you said, where they, that ain't just a word that you gonna read about. Like you gotta have some knowledge, or somebody had to tell you something about that word before you actually use it in the way that he probably tried to use it against.
Yeah, it's all about who you.
Friends
look,
too. This was 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? This was 7th grade.
Oh wow.
So great. It's crazy because we was in school, man. We probably didn't do it because we had mostly blacks in our school, so we probably didn't really go, you know what I'm saying, have that problems like that. You know what I'm saying? But a school that's like 50-50, they probably having more of the white people saying nigga and stuff like that than us.
You know when I noticed it the most? It's crazy. When I noticed it the most was, hey, Tremaine probably remember this too. Remember that time we was walking the Tone house from your crib?
Yeah.
And that white lady locked her doors on the car. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? That was like the first like instance of straight racism that I've ever seen. And then the most that I've ever seen has been since I was in the military. Unfortunately, it was while I was in the military, which is crazy.
Yeah, the military worse.
I thought military was gonna be more blended and more of a team. Shit.
Damn.
What?
Hey, that you can see that in reception when you first get shipped off. You been reception, you see the black people over here, white people over here, Hispanics over here. You know what I'm saying?
They did it like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's bad.
How was it? Hey, you in the Central, right, man?
Yeah, but
you in the Central,
it was all
right?
black.
How were the white people? Were a lot of white people there?
Man, if they were probably professors. That's it.
You're crazy, man. Oh God.
But like whenever I was in school, that's when they were. I think maybe my sophomore year. That's when they were trying to hand out like the minority scholarship and bringing up the white population and stuff.
Oh wow.
In the school. And like now, you'll see more Caucasians in HBCUs and stuff because of the minority.
They win if they go.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of when they were handing out the scholarships to Rosewood, they had like a little ceremony for the kids saying what college they're going to. Man, it had so many white folks going to Central, man. I was like, God, no.
That's
a lot of white folks going to. It was crazy. But that's what's up. Don't let them see it. You know what I'm saying? They need to get it. They need to get in there and see
Yeah,
how we.
they need to go to school right next to the project.
Nobody. We trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
They very diversify themselves.
Yeah, fast.
Fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like music, party, sports. Like we ain't out there to try to. That's tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we just like to have fun, man.
A good time, bro. Yeah. That's it.
And I ain't gonna lie though. I think my biggest experience when I got to South Carolina, and the school was a 4A or 5A. That's the biggest school I've ever been to. And
5A?
Yeah, I think it was a 5A, but it was overcrowded. So I ended up going on the second floor. I came back. I think I had to use the bathroom. Came back, and I realized when you first come into school in the morning, all the buses drop you off, and everybody. I think it's shaped like an L. But as you look at it from the top bottom, on the L part right here, it was all like the Section A, EBT card holders. Then as you get to the next part on the other angle of the L, it was like middle white class. And then on the very end of the L, on the other side of the L, it was like all the high school, like all the popular kids for like.
So you could tell by how the busing was, how it was still segregated.
Yes, man. I was like, I should have took it before.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, man, what's crazy is this is the worst part. One time I had to get up and use the bathroom. I was on the first floor, and the bathroom was like straight across in the cafeteria. We got to wait till class start. Man, somebody called my damn name. I was like, man, I pray to God, I hope nobody does not call my damn name while I walk across this whole damn floor. Somebody didn't call my damn name. I said, man, then it had to be one of the popular kids. I said, man, I ain't trying to come over here. I went over there. I was like, hey, what you need? What you want? I'll make this short because I ain't trying to be over here. I'm over here in Section 8 with my cousins. I know my dad retired military, but I'm gonna stay with them the whole time, man. Yeah. That's crazy. And that's crazy. I didn't see it until I was on the second floor and I looked down the first. I was like, this is like, it's all black, then white, and then like, I was like, this is racist as hell.
Man, God.
Hey, it was like 42 or 4,800 kids in that school, and it's like, that's crazy.
It's crazy because with us in school, man, we ain't care who mom or dad made the money. We was still like together. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ain't like, all right, my mom didn't make this much money, so we gonna act like this. But nah, it's like we was like there together, jigging on each other together. Like
that's how I met Derek.
Like a big family.
That's how me and Derek met on day one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we were jigging.
Yeah, he started just on me, and I just got here. I'm like, I don't even know, cuz he going in. I'm like, here we go, bro. I just got here, man. Like this motherfucker here.
And they came friends just like that, man. Yeah. Like that's how it was out of school, man. Like it was crazy, man. I had fun in school, man.
Yeah. School was fun.
Yeah. That's the last time I remember fun. Shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Then I got
Well, hey, check this out. That was this episode of Urban Child Development. Check us out next week. We'll be followed by a different host next week. We're gonna do a different host every week, and so the questions are fresh and new, and no one knows what the questions are, so everything is off the cuff and real. So we'll check y'all next time.